So I come here today to share one of Dr. Coburn's taxpayer issues where he brought before the Senate, and I think it needs to be brought here before, and how timely it is when I was just preceded unknowingly by those who came to the floor saying we can't take a penny out of NIH because it goes to critical research. I support NIH. I think it's an important agency. We need to do some of that research. But does NIH need to do this? Does NIH need to fund a study to determine the benefits of massage by using 18 white rabbits from New Zealand that receive 30-minute massages 4 times a day to prove out the fact that a massage helps get rid of some of those aches and pains that come from strenuous exercise? According to Thomas Best, the project leader and co-medical director of the Ohio State University Sports Medicine Center, and I quote, "We tried to mimic Swedish massage because anecdotally it's the most popular technique used by athletes." Well, that study amounted to a cost of $387,000 of taxpayer money given in a grant to Ohio State University for them to make this study. Why didn't they just ask the football team? Why didn't they just walk in the locker room and say, hey, you guys have just been beat up here for 60 minutes and you probably got a lot of aches and pains, a good hot shower and a massage, you think, does that help? I think every one of us who have, and we have all had aches and pains, understand that a massage helps relieve the soreness. But do we need to spend $387,000 on a study to prove, in taking 18 white rabbits and giving them massages 4 times a day on taxpayer dollars to prove the point that massages actually work? And so, once again, while this is a small thing, we have to add to our chart showing that we continue to spend taxpayer money and waste taxpayer money on frivolous things that are not needed. So someone who comes down here and complains about the fact that this agency or that agency is spending their money wisely and can't make any changes, you can look at every agency in the federal government and point out some of this egregious spending. Having been frustrated by our attempt to deal with the larger issue, and frankly, until we are willing to have the political will to stand up and deal with the runaway entitlements, these discretionary programs are continue to be squeezed, and we will be talking about less money for them, even the most important essential functions, if we don't deal with a larger issue. But having come to a roadblock under this presidency, in terms of any effort left to deal with the larger issue of runaway spending and runaway debt, of the burden that's being placed on the future of America and the children and grandchildren of Americans, that is generational theft, and that is irresponsible for this body to not take action. At the very least, can we not at least do the most simple of things in terms of eliminating waste of taxpayers' dollars through duplication, waste through putting it on studies of giving rabbits the massages to prove that massage works to ease aches and pains. So now, eliminating waste like this will not change Washington's long-term fiscal picture, but it does point out that it's important to ensure that taxpayer funding of projects like this don't keep, like the Energizer Bunny, going and going and going and going. I hate to say this, but sadly, after the 18 New Zealand white rabbits were ultimately, after the project was over, they were euthanized, put to rest. It's my hope that in going forward, instead of killing rabbits, we can kill taxpayer-funded government waste like this project. Mr. President, I see my colleague from Arizona has come to the floor. I've just finished the latest Waste of the Week. We'll be back next week with Waste of the Week number 4.